Hi everybody, Celtic Scarecrow here, back with another video to get those 10s and 20 views. You're asking, why am I talking funny? Well, it's because I'm trying to emulate the one, the only Donut Operator. Actually, Donut's one of the reasons why I actually started doing this whole channel, because I was like, hey look, here's a more or less average guy. Somehow got really successful at doing something on the interwebs that didn't have a connection to like some vast media, background. And I have a feeling this video might upset a few people, but I live under the philosophy is, hey, as long as you're not affecting my life, my finances, and whatnot, I could care less what people do with their life. I like Donut. I will react to Donut. And the video we are watching of Donut isn't the video that helped me discover the one, the only Donut Operator, but a clip I saw on YouTube that I knew he was going to reaction to, and it's fleeing suspect gets house dropped on him. Now, if you never really watched Donut, and he is a former Navy seaman, a former police officer, former SWAT officer, so he kind of takes everything from his background and gives his opinion on kind of what goes on. So he does have police background and police procedure knowledge on hand, so it kind of makes him somewhat of an expert on this kind of stuff. But pretty much his videos, at least on his main channel, are just breakdowns of what he sees and his opinion. And this is a very, very interesting video, and technically not really even that far from where I live. So also, I'm trying to play video games, depending on relaunch the channel, but you see, the background wasn't working. So, but anyway, let's get to it. Let's watch the video.
Let me see it! Let me see it! Let me see it! Let me see it! Let me see it!
Hi everyone, Donut here. Guess what I got for you today? That's right, a hot, fresh Leo recap right out of the oven.
That's this new haircut for the Donut. And a lot of zooming.
Leo meaning Lasagna Enhancement Organization, of course. Formed in 1974, a group of Italian mothers meet once a year to discuss the best ways to make the best pasta dish ever. Neat.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Lasagna is not the best pasta dish ever, sir.
I think it's been over a year before we've taken more than like 2 crimey crimes and put them all together and did a Leo recap. I kind of built this channel on Leo recaps and people getting shot to death. I'm going to start doing more Leo recaps. Let's revive the Donut News Network. It's mostly just been death, destruction, and mayhem. Well, this video is no different, but let's talk about some other stuff. In addition to all the crime we're going to take a look at in this video, what's also criminal? Being exposed online. You see, I was approached by Guardio.
Oh, Donut, I like you, but I'm not letting you get a free ad on my side. So fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Oh, I discovered Donut thanks to Angry Cops, who is also another one of the people who kind of inspired me to at least pick this up as a hobby. And I will actually do that video at some point, the video that made me discover the videos that made me discover and start watching Donut.
.io/Donut Operator. First up, the cartels down there in Mexico do some really crazy stuff, like cutting people's face off, like that movie in Face Off, where they took a man's face off.
Beyond Beef protein. 1 pound of Beyond Beef. It cooks very, very similar to animal-based beef, and it has equal protein to its animal counterpart.
Snap your W-2 and file Fed and State for free. Simple tax returns only. See if you qualify.
But unlike that masterpiece of 1997 Academy Award-winning cinema starring Nicolas Cage, in real life, the cartel guys do it for real while the person is still alive, and they certainly aren't going undercover as John Travolta in the next scene, despite the cartel boys being...
I remember that movie, and the only reason why I slightly remember the movie is I think there's a scene where it takes takes place at Old Mellon Arena, home of the Pittsburgh Penguins for a long time, during a Penguins game. So that's the reason why I slightly remember that movie.
Being some pretty savage dudes, sometimes they actually have a soft spot for animals, other than feeding people to pit bulls. A hairless cat was recently found wandering the halls of a Mexican prison with cartel gang tattoos. This little scamp is okay.
I know I shouldn't laugh at that, but that's kind of funny. It means that cat has more street cred than I do.
Okay, though, he was adopted by some nice people in Texas. According to reports, several heavily armed dudes with body armor stormed the prison, killed 7 guards execution style, and then made off with a gang leader. Inside the other cells, police found 9 other animals, big screen TVs, booze, cash, and even a mechanical bull. That sounds like a...
What? Please don't tell me you have a photo.
Pretty rad prison. There's so many jokes about D being in prison to be made, but I'll leave that up to you guys. By the way, if you haven't grabbed your Dead Cartel Monkey shirt from my merch store, go ahead over there and grab that El Changusto shirt. Jesus Christ. Heather would probably like a monkey too. Heaven needed another little Sicario that day.
Ahora vas a conocer a Dios.
Full video coming soon. In other news, the NYPD fitness test has been trimmed down again to increase the number.
Oh dear God! I'm all for anybody wanting to do almost anything with their life, but we need one set standard for anybody, of whatever gender they are or believe they are. Just one. No, I'm 6'4", roughly 225 pounds. 110-pound female officers going to have a hard time, or firefighter or whatever, may have a hard time just getting me up and out of my house if I'm at dead weight.
For passing recruits. According to reports, the chief training officer scrapped the 1.5-mile run required.
Not even that far. That's 6 laps around the field. Cops should be in better shape. They should have a higher standard. No, I see a lot of fat cops. I'm like, you're not going to do anything if someone takes off on you.
To become an NYPD officer. Good thing criminals are also lowering their fitness standards. I have an idea. There's a deep, dark place that I haven't been to in a while that's not your mom. Let's check out the Protect and Serve subreddit. See what the fine officers over there have been doing while patrolling the mean streets of Reddit. Oh, we're actually going to talk about this in a minute. Pursuit policies. WSP can't stop fleeing vehicle due to new pursuit law. Same vehicle kills 2 minors an hour later. Pursuit policies can be good and they can be bad. An 8-year-old girl and a 6-year-old boy died after the car they were riding in was hit head-on by a driver going the wrong way. They attempted to stop him an hour earlier for going 111 miles an hour. I thought state troopers didn't have a chase policy. Under current laws that the legislation just passed, police officers are not allowed to pursue vehicles unless it's something felonious in nature or a suspected DUI.
They're going 111 miles an hour. I think you should be able to pursue them.
You guys couldn't be like, that's probably a DUI right there. Just go get them later. Well, they did after they killed 2 people. Like I said, pursuit policies can be good and bad. You'll see some bad here in a minute. What's this? LAPD may no longer send armed officers to these police calls? Okay, what calls could they be? We've talked about this before, the whole sending social workers to calls, because sometimes you're called to, I don't know, to turn loud music down and you get shot at. You never know where you're getting into, but let's see what LAPD is thinking about not sending cops to anymore. LAPD, the union representing officers of the Los Angeles Police Department, has released a list of calls for services it believes can be handled by responders who are unarmed.
I've seen plenty of videos of people who don't want to listen to cops who have guns. You think they're going to listen to some social worker. Unless that social worker is like, unless that social worker is built like Robert Franks. Yeah, no.
Okay. Non-criminal, non-violent, homeless, and quality of life related calls.
Yeah, homeless can a little weird, but okay.
Before we go any further, I just want to say I've kind of scanned this list real quick. Every single one of these I can find a video for where a cop gets shot or stabbed.
This is also true.
Non-criminal mental health calls. No.
Kind of the reason why I found Donut in the first place, because
non-violent juvenile disturbances or juveniles beyond parental control. Like won't go to school. All right, I don't think any officer should respond to that.
That's like the old truancy officers from the old days.
Be a parent. There's one I agree with. Call to schools unless the school administration is initiating a call for an emergency police response or making a mandatory reporting notification. I can agree with that one. There should be school resource officers, though. Public health order violation. Okay. All right, I take that back. There's a couple I agree with. Under the influence calls, absolutely cops should go there. Welfare check, that's not terrible, but I've also seen people get stabbed on welfare checks. Non-fatal vehicle accidents. How many vehicle accidents have you seen online where a dude runs up with a hatchet and starts going at the officer? Parking violations, maybe. Oh, nah, there's some of these that make sense, but there's some of them that are really, really dumb. We're going to see a lot of dead social workers. What do the officers of Reddit have to say about this? Work with a dude covered in scars because of a call that would check a few of these boxes. Welfare check on a guy acting where, hey buddy, you okay? Gets stabbed 10 times. One of these calls in the article is a welfare check. About a year ago, 2 deputies I knew were ambushed and killed at a welfare check by a guy who'd killed his parents and was waiting on officers. A third officer from the city was shot in the head trying to reach the wounded, and it was what they'd consider non-criminal. The mom just hadn't shown up for work and wasn't answering her phone, and a concerned coworker called it in.
There's some sick people out there.
Like I said, dude, even the simplest call can end up in something pretty gnarly. Oh, look, they're saying just what I'm saying. How long before one of these unarmed responders gets shot and killed? Any guesses? Okay, protect and serve. What else you got going on today? Spotted Crown Vic in downtown BK a few nights back. They're still out there. Oh, look, that Crown Vics make me want to go,
Squarespace is a website that makes websites. And people...
Oh, man.
Back up. An ad pop up.
Nights back. They're still out there. Oh, look, that Crown.
Yeah. There's something about the old school cop cars. Because you know it's a cop car from a mile away.
Vics make me want to go, Oh, man. NYPD cop involved in fatal on-duty shooting last year takes his own life. I wonder which one that was. 22-year-old? Jeez, man.
Oh, he was 22. Damn, that sucks.
And the officer is one of the 4 cops who shot at Jermaine Hickson during a furious exchange of gunfire outside of Coney Island Deli on November 10th. I don't know if I covered that. Oh my God, you fucking pop-ups. I swear to Christ. I don't think I covered this when I was going to. You go,
Donut versus pop-ups. Pop-up is currently winning.
Extra shooting breakdown.
New Brunswick. That's Jersey.
Police pulled up and he started shooting at him right off the bat.
The way he's walking looks like he might be drunk.
Oh man. And then he goes down and he keeps shooting. Oh man, that's sad. One of those officers himself. Dang. Decent groupings at least, right? Good job, buddy.
I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to shoot the suspect.
Just remember, it's not a hostage situation if you take the hostage out of the equation. All shootings compared to
Yeah, I forgot about that logic.
officer-involved shootings in Chicago from 2014 to 2022. Oh my God.
God, that is a horrendous sight for anybody who lives in Chicago and wonder why right-wing people kind of make fun of Chicago.
All shootings.
Remember, Illinois and Chicago has extremely strict gun laws. Just saying.
Officer-involved shootings. The cops are the problem. Last but not least, let's look at the video that you all came for here for. There was a gnarly wreck in Baltimore that killed 1, injured 5. It was all
Only 1? I thought a lot more than 1 would go away.
caught on one of those street cameras that they have there. These things are getting pretty good resolution now, too. I'm going to have
Yeah, it's one thing I kind of never understood. It's like we have satellites that take pictures of things millions of miles away that are better quality than some of the street cams.
to blur a little bit of this because a guy dies, even though news channels can play these monetized all day long. I'm not considered news. If you want to watch the full unedited video,
So actually, you can't argue the educational aspect because you are doing a breakdown from somebody with more or less years of experience, which should make him an expert. But no.
please head on over to my Raw Police channel. I'll link that in the comments and description below. February 8th, a 33-year-old man decided to steal a Sonata. If you're going to risk jail time, why the f*** are you stealing a Sonata?
Kind of got a point.
They released one angle of body camera in this incident, which shows a police officer go after the suspect. Shortly into the chase, you hear a supervisor say, "Break it off," meaning in the pursuit.
Sinclair approaching Wolf. Just let it go.
Should have added subtitles because that was hard to hear.
Westbound in Sinclair, it's traveling at a high rate of speed. It looks like it's going to go southbound on Wolf and come out.
A lot of cities have a no chase policy, meaning that if it's not felonious and you don't have to get them, then just let them go so they don't crash into civilians.
Which makes sense for, big cities, like Baltimore, New York, Chicago, LA, because they're a lot of people everywhere.
Which is exactly what happens in this one. 5 seconds after the pursuit is called off, you hear another officer come over the radio and say they just crashed into a building and the building collapsed.
Yeah, just hit a car, collapsed building. Building just fell on it, North and Wolf. Get some units, a couple medics.
That was a building there. Also, really proves that we need to really update the building codes and put a lot more money into actually fixing up buildings in these cities.
Let me see it! 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 Let me see it!
Now we're going to take a look at that street cam I was talking about.
Yeah, I went back up. I want to mute this for a second. When I first saw this, I thought this was the person that got launched. No, it's where the blur is unfortunately the person. But now, how many major cities could this look like? We got a abandoned, broke down building that just one good hit. Also, I really feel sorry for the people in the red car because they were probably just enjoying their night. No shoot zone. Okay. They're really lucky that second floor just didn't completely come down. You see that whole part of the building is ready to go.
Hard to tell what happened because dude was going pretty fast when he slammed into that building. I'll slow it down a little bit. In total, 5 people in both cars were injured and 1 person died. The person who died was the guy who got slung into the building when the building collapsed on him.
Which really sucks. He was just probably out enjoying his night doing nothing. And due to somebody else's poor decision making, it is no longer with us.
Yeah. That's all I got for you fine people today. If you want to help support the channel, go over to donutoperator.com to get some super sweet merch. Subscribe to any of my other channels. Hit that notification bell below so you can be notified when my videos are released. I think it only notifies about 20% of subscribers, and it keeps on subscribing you guys for me. So hit it hard. Hope you guys have a fun, safe weekend, and as always, have a fan.
I'm slightly shocked he didn't show more of that, because I've seen clips of that where the cops are pulling people out. Double checking that I am subscribed. Yeah, I am still subscribed. But that is it. That is the wonderful Leo breakdown for the one, the only Donut Operator. That's all I really have. I am only bouncing through a lot of different stuff, original content, reaction to stuff like B. Dylan Hollis, people like Donut. That's really all I gotta say. It's if there's a video you want me to check out and it's kind of within my wheelhouse, I will check it out. If not, I'll just keep picking whatever I want. Until then, I'll see you weird people later.